On January the 14th, 2025 of this year, after being 9 days admitted into our local hospital, my daughter was admitted at UAB Hospital in Birmingham, Alabama. When we arrived to UAB, they performed scans on her, and we were told that at some point during her previous hospital stay, she had experienced a watershed stroke. You may be wondering what a watershed stroke is. A watershed stroke is when a person experiences a stroke, but the stroke spreads, the damage spreads throughout the brain. Normally, a person's stroke, it only affects a portion of the brain. They told us that the portion of the brains that was affected, they said that she may never wake up. They said she may always be on the ventilator. They said that she may never be able to move her limbs. And if she did wake up, she will not be able to respond to us, nor will she know who we are. So basically, they were expecting her to be a vegetable. And again, this was devastating news for our family, but we have learned to rely on the Lord. In this process, everything it's been moving was moving fairly slowly. So on January the 18th, they began to lower the sedation medicine, but she did not open her eyes until the 20th, 2 days later. And it took so long for her to begin to wake up because of the kidney failure. She was going through dialysis. They could not do HEMO dialysis because of the stress on her body. Well, normally they will do hemodialysis, and with hemo, they pull for like 3 to 4 hours, and they can pull a massive amount of fluids from the body. Versus what she had to take was SLED, SLED, and with SLED, it's a slower process, but they can pull less fluid, and they would normally do that if there's a lot of stress on the body. Um, on January the 23rd is when they said that it was time for them to take the tubes out of the neck. So if your family member has tubes in the neck, they can only stay in the neck for up to 23 days because it will start causing damage in the throat. It can cause bleeding and a lot of secretions, and it can damage the throat. So we were fearful of her getting a tracheostomy, but we did learn that it is reversible. So if they're telling you that they're going to do a trach on your family member, know that as your person heals, that the trach can come out, the neck will close up, and the person will be able to breathe, normally as before. I know that this is a slow process, and don't try to determine your process like anyone else's. I'm just sharing so that you can know that I understand that it's a slow process, and I know that you have a lot of answers. And prayerfully, I said something that kind of is helping you along the way. But before I go, I want to leave you with this, because this too is one of the scriptures that I have posted on my daughter's wall. And what I do is whenever we move to a new location, I take sticky notes and I put them over her wall so that I can read scriptures to her. And this is one. Listen to this. Matthew 19:26. It says, "But Jesus beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." So I want you to know, no matter what you hear, man can only tell you what they see. Men can only tell you from some experience of what they dealt with others, but your experience is different. And I want you to know that all things are possible with God, that your situation is not impossible. And I pray that your faith increase in this as ours has increased. Know that God is with you always, and He's fighting for you, and that He will help that family member to get better. I love you. God bless you, and have a great rest of your day.